Strange Block Beats.
It's not personal, something.
Listen to me. Nothing in this life is coming for free. No, you're paying a fee. Just make sure you keep on all of them receipts. Yeah, I want me defeated, cause I got people that's depending on me. I know I'm distant, it's not what it seems. Give me some time and you see what I mean. The bigger the bang, making it harder to peep out the scene. I say what I mean. If you do not like it, you know how to leave. Them lessons received, straight to my knees when they raining on me. I'm truly thankful I got what I need. Done with the worry, my heart is relieved. Look to the sky, asking why you hold me down. life light. No, I ain't perfect, but through your grace I seem to shine the darkest places. Use your light and knowing that I'll be alright, right? I'm learning my lessons, I get it. It's so much that's gonna come with it. Before you, I handle my business. No, I'm not really tripping. You standing here is my witness, so I can't be out here pretending. I'm focused on all of these winnings. I'm with you, it's only beginning. Feeling what's missing. Get my fuel up, gotta use cup. When I'm done, I'm making sure I'm shining. If I screw up, then I look up, asking you to please to make it right. And I know that I think about how much you saved me. I'm born again. I'm born again. I think about how much you saved me. I'm born again. I'm born again. I think about how much you saved me. I'm born again. Oh, 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 oh. Show right.
Big salute to the family. Big salute to the family. Giving all praise to the Most High Yah. In faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and big salute to my elders at Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. And big salute to all the beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Let me say this, family. There's a lot of, a lot of doctrine going around, and I understand that we all don't see things the same way sometimes. But when something is so clear and it's right there in your face, I don't see how people are missing the fact that, you hear people saying we are not under the new covenant. And when you really just study the scriptures, be patient, take your time, really ask the Most High for the spiritual understanding, like to open your spiritual eyes. Anybody can read the Bible and just read it. You can get you some understanding just reading it. But if you want that knowledge, that spiritual, that deep-rooted spiritual understanding, that only come by way of Yah connected to you, and you connected to Yah, and you connected to Yahshua, and Yahshua connected to you. Yahshua said in the book of Revelations, I knock at the door. What you think he knocking at? The door of your mind. He say, if you open unto me, me and my Father will come and sup with you. That only come by way of connection. See, being an Israelite is a beautiful thing. But just because you're an Israelite don't mean you connected to Yah. And just because you're an Israelite don't mean that Yah is connected to you. Yah said, seek me and you shall find me. He didn't say he gonna seek you and find you. He say seek me. Then you gonna find me when you seek me with your whole heart, meaning your mind. I must be honest when I speak. Some teachers are lazy when they teach. How I know that? Because the doctrine being spewed cannot be found in the scriptures. A person that studied can understand certain things being brought out. And you can tell with somebody just throwing things together just to make it fit. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Most people just want to be right. They don't care about reasoning together. They just want to be right. So they going to crunch the Bible up together and make doctrines out of things that's not there. My job today is to show you when the covenant is made, when an agreement is made, because the Most High see all things, it materializes in front of him quickly. Like he already see it transpire. But because you a flesh and blood human being like me, it takes time for it to materialize in your realm. Meaning your faith, you believe, even though you don't see it, but it's going to materialize according to your faith. You ask for something in your life. You don't see it right then and there, but your faith lets you know it's going to materialize eventually. So let's go in the Bible and show you, just because a covenant is made don't mean everything within the covenant materialize on that same day. In your mind it do, but not in man's realm. What is I'm talking about? Let's go to Jeremiah 31. I got to show y'all this. They believe that things materialize within the covenant on the same day that the covenant was made. What is I'm talking about? Let's go see. Let's go to Jeremiah 31. Now, I'm about to read to you the reason why we are not in the new covenant. Even though Yahshua said, drink, this is my body. I'm sorry, drink, this is my blood. Eat, this is my body. This is the what? What do you say, family? This is the what of the New Testament? This is the blood of the New Testament, meaning the new covenant, family. So if Yahshua did not die for our sins, we don't have an atonement. Or if we are not in the new covenant, what covenant are we in? Y'all mean to tell me that we not under no covenant? Then if you say we're under the grace of Yahshua, that's the covenant of Yahshua then. Because by Yahshua bought grace, the animals couldn't do it. So what covenant are we in if we are not under the covenant in Jeremiah 31? Because one particular scripture that you read has not yet materialized, even though we're in the covenant. Let's go see it, man. Check this out. Check this out, family. Jeremiah, big salute to all the beloved family in the chat. I'm about to show y'all, according to the Bible, when a covenant is made, everything does not materialize on that same day. Even though it is spoken, it still has to materialize and come to pass. What is you talking, K. Judah? Let's go to Jeremiah 31. Now, I want you to pay attention to what Yahshua about to say. Watch how he word this. Because remember, you have to pay attention to detail. You have to pay attention to everything in the scriptures. Jeremiah 31 and verse 31. Jeremiah 31 and verse 31. And it reads, behold, the days come, said I Elohim, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. The first thing you see is he still speaking to them as a split. Let me say that again. He said the house of Israel and the house of Judah. But watch as I keep reading down, he's not going to speak to them as a split no more. He going to just say the house of Israel. So I know what time frame this is talking about. When the part that I'm about to read going to materialize. Watch this. Verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. Why did he say not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers? Now remember, this the same covenant, family, with the same laws. But he said not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers. Why? Because with that covenant was added the law of animal sacrifice. I'm going to prove it too. Yahshua said, not according to the covenant that I made with Moses and them. They break my covenant. Why did they break the covenant? Because they kept sinning, family. So he didn't come to do away with the law or to make a whole brand new covenant. No, he came to renew the covenant. He just came to renew it. By what? His blood. That's why he said, not according to the covenant that I made with your father. But the man said, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? Did he not run them same commandments down to him? So we know he didn't do away with the commandments. And it's the same law that he renewed the covenant under. Let's prove it. Verse 32 again. Not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers, in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. So we know what fathers he talking about. Talking about Moses and them, because that's who he brought out of the land of Egypt. Out of the land of Egypt, which covenant they break. Although I was a husband unto them, said I Elohim. But this should be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. No, the house of Israel and Judah. With the house of Israel. Now you just told us up there, the house of Israel and Judah. But while in verse 33, you just say the house of Israel. But this should be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. After what days? After the days that you are gathered. You won't have to teach every man his brother, because Yahshua going to be in the midst of you. He going to teach you in the wilderness. So why I need to teach you for? This part haven't materialized. But they telling y'all we're not under the covenant at all. So what covenant is we under? Because he just said, not according to the covenant that I made with your father. Verse 33 again. But this should be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said I Elohim, I will put my laws in their inward parts, and will write them in their hearts, and will be their Elohim, and they should be my people. And they should teach no man every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said I Elohim. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more. Watch this, y'all. Now, he just said the house of Israel, so I know we was gathered by this time. Because he didn't say the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He said the house of Israel. After those days, what days? Well, I won't have to teach you no more. When you go back home, when he plead with you in the wilderness, then he going to take you home. So we won't have to teach each other no more. So to say, because this part haven't materialized, that we are not under the new covenant, you have been woefully misinformed. And I'm about to show you right now, when I go to Abraham, the covenant that was made with him, it was 5 things promised to him that did not materialize the day the covenant was made. We about to prove it. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 8. So I can prove that finding fault with them, not the covenant, from finding fault with them, not the covenant. I found fault with them, not the covenant, family. He found fault with the people. He didn't find fault with the law he gave Moses. That's the covenant he made, right? The law, statutes, and commandments, and judgment, and the charge. That's what he gave him. You think he was up there for all that time just getting 10 laws? Man, you've been woefully misinformed again. He received laws, judgments. He received statutes and the charge. You know what a charge is? What Aaron and it was doing. A specific duty. That's a charge. Taking care of the tabernacle. Sacrificing the animals. They was given a specific duty, which is a charge. You know what a statute is? Our feast days are statutes that we should keep in their appointed times. You know what the commandments are? The do's and don'ts. And you know what judgments are? If you break the do's and don'ts, you get judged. Them are judgments. So he gave them laws, statutes, a charge, and judgments, and commandments. He didn't just give them 10. He gave them a plethora of things. But do it say that in the book of Exodus? No, it do not. So did it materialize as time went on? Absolutely. Hebrews chapter 8. And we're going to read the same thing I just read. Hebrews chapter 8. And we're going to read the same thing I just read in Jeremiah 31. But watch what he about to say in verse 7. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 7. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 7. And it reads, for if that first covenant have been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said. Oh, I told you it wasn't a covenant. The covenant wasn't the problem. The people was the problem. He say for finding fault with them, I'm going to make another covenant. But he is not making a whole new covenant, because when you go into Hebrew and look up the word new, it means renew. He's making a renewed covenant with the same laws, but he removed the law of animal sacrifice. Now you under his blood. That's the new covenant. But the part when he said, I'm going to put my laws in your inner part, that you don't got to teach your brother in them, that haven't materialized yet. That doesn't mean we're not in the covenant. We just waiting for that part to prophecy to materialize. Verse 7 again, for if that first covenant have been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said I Elohim, when I will make a new covenant, mean a renewed covenant, with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said I Elohim. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said I Elohim, I will put my laws in their inward. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them an Elohim, and they should be to me a people. And they should not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all should know me, from the least to them to the greatest. Now watch this. Let's go to Galatians. Let me show you that when they came out of Egypt, there was a law added because of sin. That's why he said, not according to the covenant that I made with your fathers. Why? Because he instituted the law of animal sacrifice. Let's prove it right now. Galatians chapter 3. See, y'all have to understand, family, when sin is committed, something has to be shed to atone for that sin. When Adam and Eve sinned, what you think he get the clothes from to clothe them? Blood had to be shed to make the atonement for the transgression. That's why an animal was slayed to make the coat skin or the clothes he made. When something sins, something has to die to atone for that sin. The animals was a pacifier, but it could not make the comers down too perfect. It was a pacifier, but the animals could not make the comers down too perfect. So Yahshua did it with his blood. Let's go to Galatians. I'm about to prove it right now that the law was added because of sin. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15. Thank you, Mac, man, for putting the scriptures in there. Appreciate you. Thank you, Elder. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15. And it reads, brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed, no man disannul it or added thereunto. Now unto Abraham and his seed was the promises made. He said, not as to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ. And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of Elohim in Christ the law, watch this, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promises of none effect. The promise that he gave Abraham, when they came out of Egypt, the law that was added cannot disannul the promises. He about to tell you why it was added, though. Here you go. Verse 18. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more a promise. But Elohim gave it to Abraham by promise. Wherefore then serveth the law? Why? Why, K. Judah? What was this added for? Why, brother? Verse 19. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made. So the law of animal sacrifice was added until the seed come, to whom the promises was made. And we just read who the promises was made to in verse 16. To thy seed, and that seed is Christ. So the law of animal sacrifice was added because of transgressions. So Yahshua said, I'm not going to make the covenant that I made with your fathers, because Hebrews chapter 10 tell you why. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 10. And then I'm about to show y'all when he made the covenant with Abraham, everything that he told Abraham did not materialize on the day that he told him, family. But the covenant was made. But everything didn't materialize that same day. But in the Most High, Elohim's eyes, it materialized that same day. Because once he spoke it, it's going to come to pass. But Abraham, according to his faith and righteousness, it got to materialize before him, even though he had faith to believe. Here you go, family. Hebrews chapter 10. Why the law was added and why it could not make the comers down too perfect. Hebrews chapter 10. Now, remember what he just said? He said the law was added, right? Let's see if we can find this law that was added. Hebrews chapter 10. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 1. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 1. And it reads, for the law, I just read that in Galatians chapter 3, y'all. He said the law was added. And look what Paul is saying in Hebrews. He said, for the law, having a shadow of good things to come. That shadow of good things was the Messiah. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year, continually make the comers down too perfect. For then would they have not ceased to be offered, because that the worshipers once purged should have had no more conscience of sin. But in those sacrifices, there's a remembrance again made of sin every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. There y'all go. He just gave you the answer, family. He said that the blood of bulls and goats cannot take away sins. So the law was added because of sin, right? Because he said they continue not in my covenant. So when something sins, something has to die. So instead of killing them, he put the animals in place that the animals can atone and not their blood. The animals didn't do nothing wrong, but they died in place of the sinner. Yahshua never did nothing wrong, but he died in place of the sinner. These animals represented him, and the atonement of the blood represented him until he should come. That's why I said it was a shadow of things to come. Verse 5. Wherefore, when he coming into the world, he said, sacrifice and offerings thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. And burnt offering and sacrifices for sin, thou hast had no pleasure. What did he tell you in Jeremiah chapter 4? When I brought your fathers out of Egypt, I didn't require them to sacrifice animals to me. All I asked them to do is hearken to my voice. So you see, he never required this animal sacrifice. But because of sin, family, that's the first covenant. The law of animal sacrifice was added 430 years when they came out of Egypt. That's why he separated the Levitical priesthood to do what? To stand in the gap and make the atonement for sins of the children of Israel. Verse 6. And burnt offering and sacrifices for sin thou hast had no pleasure. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, to do thy will, O Elohim. Above, when he said sacrifice and offerings and burnt offerings and offering for sin thou wouldest not, neither had his pleasure therein, which are offered by the law. What law? The law of animal sacrifice. I just read it in Galatians chapter 3. It was added because of transgression. Now watch what he about to say at the bottom. This is going to prove we under the new covenant. Watch this. Verse 9. Then said he, lo, I come to do thy will, O Elohim. He taken away the first covenant, right? Which was the law of animal sacrifice attached to the covenant. He take away the first that he may establish the second. What is the second, family? If he say he take away the first that he may establish the second, what did he take away and what was added? That's my question. What did he take away And what was added? That's my question. To those who say we're not under the new covenant, what was taken away? Because he just said, I take away the first that I may add the second. What was added and what was taken away? Let me keep going. Verse 10. By the which will we are sanctified through the offering of the body of Yahshua HaMashiach once for all. So hold on, K. Judah. Yahshua just said that he take away the first, that he may establish the second. But in Hebrews chapter 8, he said, K. Judah, I'll find fault with them. He didn't find fault with his law, family. He didn't find fault with the law. He didn't find fault with the covenant, family. He find fault with the people. So he said, I got to make a new covenant. Why did he have to renew the covenant if the first covenant was good? Because there was something attached to the first covenant that had to be removed, family. It's called the law of animal sacrifice. He take away that to establish his blood under the renewed covenant with the same laws. Say it ain't so. Show me where he done away with his law. And show me where he made a whole new covenant and implemented something different outside of the law. It's the same law, but under a different blood, which is his blood, not blood of bulls and goats. Let me show y'all this. And then I'm going to Abraham, then I'm out of here. I got to show you this, family. Listen to this. Let me go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 26, family. And I want you to hear this with your own ears. And I'm not making anything up. I'm not adding nothing to the scriptures. Let me show y'all what testament means. That's another thing. When y'all hear the word testament, he's not talking about the New Testament, family. He's talking about a covenant or an agreement. That's what testament mean also. So when he say testament, he's talking about the renewed covenant. That's the word for testament also. Let me prove it real quick. Let me prove this real quick. That way we can get this understanding together. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up first. Testament. Okay, here we go right here. Testament equals covenant. I'm about to prove it. Okay, now let me open up my window so we can look at this together. Okay, y'all see this right here? Y'all see what it say? It say a testament is an agreement. Y'all see that right there? Testament, a covenant, an agreement. For where a testament is, there must also of necessity be the death of the tester. For a testament is a force after men are dead. So when Yahshua told them, drink, this is my blood, eat, this is my body of the New Testament, meaning the new covenant or the renewed covenant under his blood. How are we not in the new covenant, man? Because y'all say, well, what about the part when he say you should not have to teach every man his brother? Did you not see that at first he said, I make a covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah? When I got to verse 34, he just said the house of Israel. So where would we be at this time? Brother, we was gathered together by this time, man. We still in the covenant. We waiting on that part to be materialized. That's why he said after those days. What days? After we gathered. I won't have to teach you no more, family. I still got to teach you right now, and everybody else still got to teach each other because we are not yet gathered. But that does not mean we are fully in the new covenant. We just waiting on This aspect, when he say every man teaching his brother and his neighbor, it has not yet materialized because we have not yet been gathered. Read Jeremiah 31 for yourself and go down. You're going to see when he said the house of Israel, the house of Judah. And then when you get to verse 34, he just said the house of Israel. He didn't say house of Israel and Judah because they was gathered by that time. You got to read the scriptures and pay attention to detail. He just said the house of Israel. So if you're going to just say the whole house of Israel, I know they was gathered by that time. That's just common sense. We still split right now. All throughout the scripture, house of Israel, house of Judah. House of Israel, house of Judah. House of Israel, house of Judah. But not when you got to Jeremiah 31, verse 34. Yeah, he said the house of Israel. First he said house of Judah, house of Israel. Then he said the house of Israel. They was at home by this time or in the wilderness, wherever we going to be. Because we know we got to go to the wilderness first. Then we get to go home. If we be so blessed. But we know that when he get us in that wilderness, I won't have to teach you no more. And you won't have to teach me because the king will be on the earth. So what I'm going to teach you for? If our king going to be in the midst of us and the Lord should go out of Zion, we won't have to teach each other no more. Your king will be here. That's what they don't understand. Talking about we're not in the new covenant because of this part haven't materialized yet. Brother, it's because you haven't been gathered yet. So y'all see it for yourself. It said that a testament is of force after men are dead. Otherwise, it is of no strength at all while the tester liveth. Whereupon neither the first testament, there you go, the first covenant was dedicated without blood. He's telling you that that first covenant, it was dedicated with blood. By the blood of animals. They had to sprinkle the blood towards the veil 7 times. But under Yahshua's blood, what happened, K. Judah, that they don't have to sprinkle the blood no more? Let's go see. Let's go. Hold on. First, I got to go to Matthew. Hold up. And then I'm going to go to Matthew 27. Let's go to Matthew 26. Matthew 26. Let me get out of here. Matthew 26. Let's go to Matthew 26. And then I'm going to Matthew 27 because there's something that happened in Matthew 27 that y'all pay attention to this, family. And let me say this. Our job, man, look, I can't worry about people getting upset with me or, you trying to go at people's doctrine. At the end of the day, my job is to keep Israel on the narrow path through the scriptures. My job is to give clear edification of what this book say. If somebody come and say, brother, you confusing me. It's not that person's fault. It's my fault. It ain't his fault. He say, man, hey, I'm confused. I got to go back to the drawing board and ask him and what you confused about. Let's talk about it. But we don't supposed to be confusing people. And let me say this. If somebody telling you that they confused, don't be trying to blame them. It's something wrong with your doctrine. Oh, man, you just don't got no understanding. That's why you confused. No, that ain't why they confused, because they don't got no understanding. You not making sense. What you saying not resonating with them. And y'all got to trust your spirit, man. When your spirit tell you, no, something ain't right, man. This don't sound right. Man, your spirit ain't lying to you. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about you saying this, man. This don't sound right, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. The Most High is our Elohim, and he will correct us if we teaching lies or bust you upside your head. But you better hope that he just correct you and show mercy. So if a person teaching right, they won't have to defend or worry about what people saying. Or you just let them know, well, come teach us right then. Since you got the answer, you come teach. So, man, we can't be blaming people when they confused. And I'm not saying this, that it never happened, but it just never happened to me. I'm not saying it don't happen, but I thank the Most High that when people come and listen, nobody has told me, brother, you confusing me. Because I don't have to, try to sound all intelligent. I just speak plainly to the people. I let the Bible do all the talking. And that's just what it is. I don't got to try to use big words and sound smart. I just speak plainly with the scriptures. And people get an understanding, and I thank the Most High for that. But if somebody ever was to say, I'm confused, brother, I'll say email me or, come by the live, chop it up with me. Let's see what you're confused about. Because it ain't their fault. I can't blame them. I got to go back and see what, did I say something that confused them, or, did I break something down that wasn't right? I got to go check what I'm bringing out. That's all I'm saying. We got to humble ourselves down. Y'all think y'all know everything, and when somebody question you, you get in your feelings and think you got all the answers. Nobody can ask y'all nothing. Nobody can question you. Nobody can disagree. Sometimes people going to disagree with what we bringing forth. And we just got to be able to say, well, you come show me where I'm wrong at, or you come teach. Show us the right way. That's it, man. That's it. Matthew 26. Matthew 26. Because we don't know everything. I keep trying to tell Negroes that. Boy, we don't know everything. I don't care how many times we read this Bible. Boy, you still ain't going to know everything. Your whole life, you still ain't going to know everything. Man, you still ain't going to know everything. I done read this Bible 26 times, and you still don't know everything. Matthew 26, and I just showed y'all the definition for testament, right? Okay. Here we go. Matthew 26, verse 25. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. And as they was eating, Yahshua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave to his disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament. Come on, family. Stop it. Stop it, people. Stop it. Don't do that to us, man. This man just said, this is my blood of the New Testament, meaning the new covenant or the renewed covenant. But y'all teaching people we're not in the covenant. So what covenant are we under? And who made the atonement? Because if you saying we're not under the new covenant, man, we still in our sin. Christ haven't made the atonement for us then. And then if you tell me we under grace, you still got to be by his blood, and we still got to be under the covenant. So what covenant are we in? Because he just say, I took away the first that I may establish the second. So what did he establish and what did he take away? Since we're not in the covenant. We got to be under something, family. That's why I'm saying, like, why are people saying we not under the new covenant? So you can't say we under the same covenant that he made with Moses. That's what he came to die for, to remove us from the death sentence. Because remember, for finding fault with them, not the covenant. So he made the same laws that he gave Moses under the renewed covenant. It's still the same laws. He just removed the law of animal sacrifice. And that's all throughout the New Testament. Hebrews 9, Hebrews 10, Hebrews 8. You can read about it, family, that he's telling you that the blood of bulls and goats, by my own blood have I purged their sins. Your animals couldn't do it. So that's why the Father sent his son under the renewed covenant. So now you are protected under his blood. That's the agreement. That's the new renewed covenant under the blood of the Hamashiach. Yes, you under his blood, family. If you believe in him, you under his blood. That's the New Testament. Not the New Testament as far as the New Testament like Matthew, Mark, Luke. No. New Testament meaning the agreement, the renewed agreement. Shout out to Elder Yahshua too, because he the one showed me that. The Hebrew. Everybody kept saying he gonna make a new covenant. Why do he need to make a whole new covenant when all he need to do is renew the covenant with the same laws? But remove the law of animal sacrifice, and now we under your blood under the same laws. Because when a young man say, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? Did he not run the commandments down to the young man? So we know the laws is not what's the problem. The people was the problem. Disobedience was the problem. Being hard-headed was the problem, not the law. It was the people. So he said, I got to do a new covenant, man, because this law of animal sacrifice ain't going to help y'all. But under my blood, you'll be okay. You'll be safe. All you got to do is believe and come under the New Testament, meaning the new agreement, the renewed agreement under my blood. Thank you, Mac, man. There y'all go right there, family. Testament, meaning testament, will, covenant. There you go. There you go, family. So now let me go show y'all when he said, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, because under their covenant, the Levitical priesthood was set up to do what, y'all? Sprinkle the blood towards the veil 7 times. But when Yahshua died, something happened, though. And this is going to prove that that's when the law of animal sacrifice was ended. And that's when he made the renewed covenant at his death. Because now we under his blood. How we know that? Matthew 27 and verse 50 and 51. Matthew 27. And then I'm about to show y'all Abraham. And then I'm out of here. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Many blessings to the whole family of Israel, the mighty nation of Israel. Big salute to you all, family. This is Matthew 27 and verse 50 and 51. And it reads, Yahshua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple. Why the veil, y'all? Have anybody ever asked themselves, why the veil? Why did the veil need to be rent from top to bottom? What did he end, family? What did that veil end? Verse 50 again. Yahshua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake and the rocks rent. What did he end when that veil was rent from top to bottom? What did he end? The law of animal sacrifice, family. There is nowhere to sprinkle the blood no more. The blood of bulls and goats was ended when that veil rent in twain from the top to the bottom. You don't have to sprinkle the blood towards the veil no more. Now you under his blood. Now you can be saved under the atonement of his blood, not the blood of bulls and goats. It cannot help you. That's why he said, I make a new covenant, a renewed covenant. So let me show y'all this picture, and we're going to do it one by one. Check this out. I made this picture, and I want y'all to see it. Y'all see this picture right here? It's 5 things on this picture. And we're about to read each and every one of them, and we're going to see when he made this covenant with Abraham, did everything on this list materialize the same day that he made it? Or did it take time for all these things to materialize that you see? Listen again. On the day that he made the covenant with Abraham, he told Abraham, I'm going to give you the land of Canaan. That's 1. Abraham is going to have a son. That's 2. Circumcised on the 8th day. That's 3. I'm going to make thy seed fruitful as the stars of heaven. That's 4. And in thy seed shall all nations be blessed. That's 5. So my job is to show you when he made this covenant with Abraham, the nation wasn't a multitude of people yet. It wasn't even born yet. The circumcision of the 8th day, Abraham wasn't circumcised right then and there. And Isaac wasn't even born yet. It was only Ishmael. And Yahshua is nowhere to be seen that all nations was going to be blessed at him until he came and died. So, okay, Judah, what are you saying? What I'm saying is that it took time for this covenant to materialize. But the covenant was made, though. So are you telling me that Abraham wasn't under the covenant because of all these things didn't take place right then and there? That's what y'all doing with the new covenant of Yahshua HaMashiach. Y'all saying because the laws are not put in our mind and our inward parts yet, that we're not under the new covenant. But then I ask you, what covenant are we under then? Then you say, you don't know. We ain't under, you can't say we under the covenant of Moses because he done away with the law of animal sacrifice. It was added because of sin, 430 years when they came out of Egypt. He only gave them the law, statutes, charge, and judgments. The law, statutes, charge, and judgments. He did not give them the law of animal sacrifice until time went on because of sin. So you take away that to establish the second. Drink, this is my blood. Eat, this is my body of the New Testament, meaning the new agreement, the renewed agreement, the new covenant, the renewed covenant. Knowledge. So let's go to the first one. Let's go to Genesis 17 and verse 1. Genesis 17, because now we got to deal with all of these. We got to deal with everything that you see on this list. And we're going to see when he made this covenant, did all this take place the same day that he made it? It did not, family. It did not. But we're going to read it anyway. Let's go to Genesis 17. Genesis 17. We're going to pick it up at verse 1. Genesis 17 and verse 1. We're going to let the Bible do the talking. Watch this, y'all. Genesis 17 verse 1, and it reads, and when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Elohim appeared unto Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty Elohim. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name anymore be called Abram, but thy name should be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant to be an Elohim unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger. Did he give it to him right then and there, y'all? Did he give Abraham the land of Canaan right then and there? But he's telling it to him, right? I'm going to give you the land where you are a stranger. Did it happen right then and there as he telling them? No, it did not, family. Where's Isaac? He just told him that, and your seed after you. Isaac not born yet, but he already telling Abraham, after you, then your seed, the same covenant, is going to be passed down to your seed, but Isaac is not yet born. So y'all see what I'm saying? How even though just because you make an agreement or a covenant with somebody does not mean the covenant is going to all materialize within that one day. Now, if the Most High wanted it to be like that, it can be like that. But that is not the way he made this covenant with Abraham, because all 5 things on this screen did not happen the same day the covenant was made. It just did. Verse 8 again. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their Elohim. And Elohim said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant. Listen now. Therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which ye should keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you should be circumcised. Was they circumcised the same day right here? No, they was not. Abraham didn't get circumcised until like Genesis 22 or Genesis 21. He didn't get circumcised just right here, but he telling him that this is a part of the covenant, right? Verse 10, this is my covenant which you should keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you should be circumcised, and he should circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it should be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old should be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed, because Yahshua paid the price. That's why he say bought with money. Verse 13, he that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised. And my covenant should be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised man, child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul should be cut off from among his people. He hath broken my covenant. And Elohim said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou should not call her name Sarah, for Sarah should be her name. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of many nations. Kings of people should be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said, boy, that was bold right there. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed. Well, I guess when you friends with each other, you know. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in my heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abram said unto Elohim, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And Elohim said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. Where's Isaac at, y'all? He's not born yet, right? Where's Isaac? I thought when you make a covenant, it all just take place right then and there. Where's Isaac? He's nowhere to be found, family, because the covenant have to materialize. The covenant have to materialize. It did not all take place right then and there, even though the covenant is being made. It did not all take place right then and there, even though the covenant is being made. So let me go prove to you that Abraham did get circumcised. Let's get it. I'm about to read it right now. Yes, he did. Let's go to Genesis 21. Now, I want you to notice, I was in Genesis 17. From Genesis 17, I had to go to chapter 18, chapter 19, chapter 20, chapter 21. Why Abraham did not get circumcised the same day the covenant was made? Y'all see how it didn't materialize right then and there, but it did in Genesis chapter 21, right? So in chapter 21, he got circumcised. How we know that? This is Genesis 21 and verse 4. Genesis 21, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. I'll pick it up at verse 1. I'll pick it up at verse 1 because I'm going to prove that he sacrificed, that he circumcised Isaac. Because remember, Isaac wasn't born then. But here it go right here that he about to circumcise. Genesis 21 and verse 1. And Elohim visited Sarah as he had said. And the Elohim did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which Elohim had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as Elohim had commanded him. So time out. He made the covenant with Abraham in Genesis 17. He tell him that all male childs need to be circumcised on the 8th day, even though Abraham wasn't circumcised that same day, and Isaac wasn't even born, nor was he circumcised because he wasn't born. But when he was born, all the way in Genesis 21, he circumcised on the 8th day because it had to materialize. How you going to circumcise somebody that's not born? But the covenant made, though, because according to y'all, when the covenant is made and you read that I'm going to put my laws in their inward mind and mind, oh, no, we're not under the covenant because this part hasn't happened yet. But I'm showing you with the covenant he made with Abraham, all didn't take place right then and there neither. But the covenant was made. The covenant is made, y'all. He said, this is my covenant. It should be in your flesh. The covenant is made, y'all. So he circumcised Isaac, right? Watch this. Watch this, family. He circumcised his son, right? Here we go. Let me show y'all this. All right, family, let's go back to Genesis 17 and verse 23 to 27. Now remember, Abraham sacrificed his son, right? Okay, watch this. Genesis 17 and verse 24. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. In the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised, and Ishmael his son. So Abraham was circumcised with Ishmael. Isaac wasn't born into Genesis chapter 21. He circumcised Isaac. So far, what we got? He did have a son. He didn't give them the land of Canaan yet, because that didn't happen until the time of the judges or the time of Joshua, right? The time of Joshua is when they distribute the land to the tribes. Well, the rest of the tribes, because Manasseh, half tribe of Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben received their inheritance east of the Jordan River. But the rest of the tribes did not receive their inheritance until the time of Joshua. So hold up. I'm going to give you the land of Canaan, but it didn't materialize until we get all the way to the book of Joshua, even though the covenant is made. Why it didn't happen the same day that he made the covenant? Well, that's common sense, because the 12 tribes of Israel wasn't even born yet. Jacob wasn't even born yet. So even though this covenant is made, you mean to tell me that when Yahshua say the days come, I'm going to make a new covenant, you're going to tell me we're not under the covenant at all? So we are waiting for the covenant to be established, even though this man just said, this is my body, eat. This is my blood, drink. It is the blood of the New Testament, meaning the new agreement or the renewed agreement under my blood now. Testament means covenant. So what covenant are we under if we're not under the blood and the renewed covenant of the Messiah? Are we still under the covenant of Moses? Because he said he found fault with them, but not the covenant that he made with Moses, but he found fault with them. He said, the days come, I got to make a new one. He said, but after those days, listen to what this man is saying. I'm going to make a covenant with y'all. But after those days, I'm going to put my laws in your inward part so you don't have to teach your brother and sister no more. Family, how can that materialize when the Messiah is not here? When our king is on the earth, I won't have to teach you no more. That's common sense. Nobody won't have to teach each other no more, because the king will be here. What I'm going to teach you for while the king sitting on the throne? The king is smarter than us all. He know everything. He going to teach you. I won't have to teach you no more. So he said, after those days. What days? The days we are gathered. Have we been gathered? No. We still in captivity. So you mean to tell me you're going to say that the whole renewed covenant has not taken place because the laws are not in my inward parts? That's what you telling me? So you're going to bypass his blood? You're going to bypass his death? You're going to bypass drink? This is my blood. Eat? This is my body. You're going to bypass all of that just because the part of a man not teaching his brother and sister haven't materialized. So you're going to throw the whole covenant away because we waiting on prophecy to be fulfilled of you won't have to teach your brother and sister no more. They shall all know me from the least to the greatest of them. So then within this covenant, so far, we got, he did give them the land of Canaan. I don't even have to go read that, bro. He gave them the land of Canaan in the time of Joshua. They distributed the land among the 12 tribes of Israel from the east of the Jordan River to the west of the Jordan River. All the 12 tribes inherit their possessions. So he did give them the land of Canaan. We can check that out. 1. Abraham did have a son. His name was Isaac. 1. That's 2. He did circumcise himself, Ishmael, and Isaac when he was born in Genesis 21. We can check that off the list. What about making thy seed fruitful? Because Israel wasn't born at this time, but did it come to pass? Did it materialize? Let's go to Exodus chapter 1. And I got one more after this and we gone. Exodus chapter 1. So far, we got 3 things that did materialize. They did receive the land of Canaan. Abraham did have a son. He circumcised him on the 8th day. What about make thy seed fruitful? Did this come to pass? Let's go see. Exodus chapter 1. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. And then we got to deal with, and in thy seed shall all nations be blessed. Who is this seed? We got to find out. We got to find out. This is Exodus chapter 1. This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1. And it reads, now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob was 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful. Oh, it did come to pass. And all the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them. Nope, there go number 4. It did come to pass, y'all. We all the way in the book of Exodus, way far removed from the book of Genesis. But it didn't materialize in the book of Genesis. It materialized in Exodus chapter 1. When he said, I'm going to make thy seed fruitful, and they're going to be as the sands of the sea. Here you go right here, family. It just said it. Verse 7 again, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. There you go. So there go number 4. 4 things that materialize so far, family, within the covenant. 4 things that already materialized within the covenant. I'm going to give you the land of Canaan. You're going to have a son. Circumcised on the 8th day. Make thy seed fruitful. 4 things that already materialized. What about in thy seed shall all nations be blessed? Let's go, family. To Galatians chapter 3 again. Who is this individual that in your seed shall all nations be blessed? Let's go see this. Who is this seed that all nations are going to be blessed? Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15 again. Who is this seed? Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed, who confirmed it, y'all? Who confirmed the covenant made with Abraham? Remember, in thy seed shall all nations be blessed. So this covenant had to be confirmed that all nations will be blessed. Who is this seed? And who is the one that confirmed it? Let's hold your marker right here. We got to go precept on precept. Let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 9. The book of Daniel chapter 9, and we're coming right back. Hold your marker in Galatians chapter 3. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 26 and 27. Who confirmed it, family? We got to see who confirmed it. Who is this that confirmed it, y'all? This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse 26 and 27. And it reads, and after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that should come should destroy the city and the sanctuary. That happened in 70 AD, family. And the prince is Hashatan. But who he used? The Romans. The prince is Hashatan. But who did the prince use? The Romans. They destroyed the sanctuary in the city. That's 70 AD. And after 62 weeks, shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. Because he didn't die for himself, he died for the people. And the people of the prince that should come to destroy the city and the sanctuary. And the end thereof should be with a flood. But they came in there like a flood. And unto the end of war, desolations are determined. Desolations are determined upon who? Judah and Jerusalem. Because that's who got destroyed in 70 AD. Judah and Jerusalem. They was made desolate. Verse 27. And he shall confirm. Hold on. Whoa. I just read that. He say, if it be confirmed. And the Bible just say, and he should confirm. I just read that, family. It say, and he should confirm. Time out. I just read that in Galatians, family. He say, if it be confirmed, no man disannul or added down to. Then I went to Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. He say, and he should confirm. Who is the he, family? Let's find out. Verse 27. And he should confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Because Yahshua was supposed to teach for 7 years. And in the midst of the weeks, he died in the middle of the week. He shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease. How did he do that? I just read to you in Matthew chapter 27, verse 50 and 51. When he died, the veil of the temple was rent from top to bottom. The veil of the temple was rent from twain, from the top to the bottom. So he caused the sacrifice and oblation to cease, ending the law of animal sacrifice. That's why the veil was rent in twain. There's nowhere to sprinkle the blood, family. You don't got to kill animals no more. Now you under the blood of your king. How you don't, like how people say we're not under the new covenant. What is going on? Because of one part haven't materialized yet. You're going to just say we're not under a covenant? Are you serious? That means we haven't had the atonement yet then. You can't tell me that Christ died and we under his blood, but we're not under the New Testament, meaning the new agreement, the renewed agreement. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. We have to be under something. And it's not the covenant that he made with Moses, because after 430 years, the law was added to that covenant. Why? Because of sin. It's either two things going to happen. You going to sin, Israel, and I'm going to kill you. Or I can put the law of animal sacrifice in place and they can die for you. But some blood got to be shed for this wickedness that y'all doing. It's either y'all or the animals. But when Yahshua came, it's neither us nor the animals, because he did it, family. He did it. We don't got to kill bulls no more. We don't got to kill goats no more. And our blood don't have to be shed. But guess what, though? Do not be mistaken of this. The Bible say he that sinned willfully, after he received the knowledge of the truth, there remain no more sacrifices. He not going to keep dying for you, partner. You going to die. Your blood going to be shed because he only died once. He's not going to keep dying for you over and over and over again for you to just keep doing what you want to do. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So we under the blood of the Hamashiach. We are under the renewed agreement under the blood of the Hamashiach, family. He take away the first, the law of animal sacrifice, that he may establish the second, the blood of the new agreement under his blood. Under his blood. Okay, now the Bible said that he confirmed the covenant with many for 1 week. Let's go back to Galatians, because we got to find out who is this seed, who is this individual that confirmed the covenant with many for 1 week. Let's see. Let's see, family. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15 again, because now we just precept the scripture with Galatians 3 verse 15. Then we went to Daniel chapter 9 and precept that up with what we read in Galatians 3, which was he confirmed the covenant, because he just said if it be confirmed. So who confirmed it? Let's see. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 15. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed, no man disannul it or added thereunto. Now unto Abraham and his seed was the promises made. And he said, not as to seeds, as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ. He the one confirmed it, family. There you go. And I'm done. I'm done. It's just that simple, family. If we let the Bible speak, we will never get in trouble. And if we let the Bible speak, a person should never be confused. But if they are confused, do not blame them for being confused. We need to go check what we teaching. We need to check what we bringing forth. Because this is what really that irritate me. If somebody come and say, brother, I disagree with you, I'm gonna say, brother, what do you disagree with? You can either hit the link and come show me, or just type it in the chat. But you have some people, if you say you disagree with them, they kicking your behind out the chat, and everybody gonna jump on you in that chat. That's very disheartening that you can't even disagree with a person. Because I'm gonna be real with you, a person that may be disagreeing may have better insight than what you have, and they can help you, but you don't want help though, because your arrogance have caused you to believe because you're on a podium or a platform, you got all the understanding. And that's the problem. Because you sitting on your podium and they sitting in the chat, don't mean you can't learn from them. Don't mean they cannot add to what you already know. But arrogance causes people to dismiss people in the chat, kick them out the chat, scream at them from the podium to the comment section, tell them to get out of here. You don't have no understanding and no knowledge. You can't tell me nothing. I would never tell none of you brothers and sisters, you can't tell me nothing. Just whatever you're telling me, I'm going to go fact check it. And if you right, I'm going to say, hey, my brother or my sister, they edify me on this. And I'm adding this to the arsenal. Now I got better understanding. We can all learn from each other. But when you arrogant, you can't learn from nobody that's arrogant. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. So don't argue with them, man. If they kick you out the chat, just don't go back. Find you somewhere where you can get your questions answered. Like right now, I'm about to ask, do anybody got any questions? You got some platform, they're not asking you, do you have no questions, because they want you to agree with them because they want to be right. Ain't that sad that they want to be so right? They don't even care about the truth. They just want to be right. Do anybody have any questions, family, before I get up out of here? Even if you disagree with your brother, even if you say we're not under the new covenant, that's fine too. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm just telling you based on the scripture, you got to tell me what covenant we under then. Because we got to be under something. For the atonement to be made, we got to be under something. We have to be on. You can't just say we under grace. Because we know we under grace by his blood. But what are we under? What covenant are we under? What agreement are we under? What is it? What are we under? You can't say we still under Moses' covenant. Nope, that's not true. That's why he come to establish the second. For finding fault with them. He said, I'm not making the covenant that I made with your fathers when I brought them out, took them by the hand and brought them out of Egypt. So thank you, Mac Man, for putting the scriptures in the chat too, my elder. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's it. Covenant clarification. Thank you. Covenant, I like that. Covenant clarification. That's what it is. You talking about the covenant, Tim? You said the covenant should be in the flesh. Oh, yeah, you talking about the circumcision? Yes, hey, Tim, that's another thing. You got people teaching we don't got to get circumcised no more. And Paul wasn't even saying you don't got to get circumcised no more. If people go read Paul's letters, guess what Paul was saying, my brother? Man, you Jews are just trying to bank your money on circumcision. But you wicked, though. He said, so what's going to profit your circumcision if you wicked? He said, it's good for nothing. So if you're going to be circumcised, keep the law, but also be spiritual. Walk in the fruits of the spirit while you boasting on your circumcision. So we still must needs be circumcised because it's an everlasting covenant in our foreskin. Because if you're not circumcised, you unclean, partner. That foreskin got to be cut. It got to be cut. I'm telling you. My mama got me circumcised at 13. Who you think put that in her spirit? You think she just woke up one day and said she gonna go get me circumcised? Man, the Most High guided her to get me circumcised. Because if I wasn't circumcised, I can't teach you nothing. I'm a dead man walking. I'm unclean, man. So that foreskin got to be cut. Moses almost lost his life because he didn't circumcise his son. Let me say that one more time. For all y'all who saying we don't have to be circumcised, Moses almost lost his life. His wife saved his life because he wouldn't circumcise his son. The Lord told Moses to circumcise his son. Moses tried to run. The Bible say the Lord went out to slay Moses, and Moses' wife saved his life and threw the foreskin at Moses and said, you bloody husband, you a bloody husband unto me. Because that boy almost lost his life. So you mean to tell me the circumcision is that important that he almost killed somebody he loved? Y'all better stop playing with our Elohim. He's about to slay Moses. So the covenant that he made with Abraham is in our foreskin also. That's why he told Abraham, this is the token of the covenant. Every man child must needs be. Boy, do you know what must needs be mean? That means it gotta happen. It's mandatory. You better circumcise that foreskin. When somebody tell you, boy, it must needs be, he say it's an everlasting covenant. So how you gonna get to Paul and say we don't gotta be circumcised no more? Boy, y'all just be lying on Brother Paul, man. I'm about to put together a lesson about Brother Paul. It's gonna be called Apostle Paul, semicolon, the law and the prophets. I'm gonna prove that Paul was never kicking against the scriptures. Y'all hate Paul. Your own forefather, y'all just disrespect Paul. Talking about Paul was adding to the word, making up his own doctrine. He really wasn't an Israelite. He was a heretic. He wasn't no apostle. I don't know what's going on with y'all, bro. This man actually met Yahshua, spoke to Paul in Hebrew, told him what he wanted him to do, and y'all still say, man, he didn't meet no Yahshua. What is wrong with y'all? He met Yahshua. It's written in red. Paul, why prosecutest thou me? And y'all gonna, oh boy. Mac, man, I don't know, elder. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Paul was a scholar to the highest level. Man was a Pharisee of all Pharisees. What are y'all talking about? What is going on? But I'm not gonna hold y'all long. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm telling you, man, please help y'all, brother K. Judah. What is going on in Israel? I don't understand how you got the Most High's word in your hand, but all you doing is lying. Dog, y'all say that Christ don't exist. Y'all say that nobody never died for our sins. Y'all say that Paul is fake. Y'all say the New Testament is fake. Like what is going on? This truth has been infiltrated by Freemasons, man. This truth has been infiltrated for men to come and cause chaos. That's why we got all these problems, all these different doctrines, lies, and hypocrisy. People getting their conscience seared with a hot iron. It's crazy. Paul was an amazing teacher Like Elder McMahon just told y'all, Paul was a scholar. Paul spoke different languages. Paul was a Pharisee of Pharisees. Paul knew the law. Guess what Paul was lacking? The Messiah. Paul was hurting his own people. But once Yahshua came, man, Paul was the greatest of the New Testament than them all. The man was on a mission. And I really believe out of all the damage that he done to the church, that's why Paul was on a mission, man. He was trying to correct the wrong that he did. And he corrected it. And Brother Paul gonna be in the kingdom. He gonna be there. So he's from the tribe of Benjamin. Y'all lie and say, no, he's not from the tribe of Benjamin. Paul say he come from the stock of Abraham. Y'all say, no, he don't. He a Roman. He's a Roman citizen, just like you call yourself an American citizen. Paul wasn't a Roman. He was a Roman citizen. But Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. He knew his tribe. He was circumcised on the 8th day. He said a Pharisee. What is going on in Israel that y'all just lying on the scriptures? Did he die for the Gentile sins? He died for the Israelite sins, but if the Gentiles have faith and believe in him, they can believe. But he died for Israel's sins because we was under the law. We was under the curse. You can't die for somebody's sins that not under a curse. So when people say he died for the world, this is my question. Watch this. Here go my question. And I need somebody to help me out with this. Okay, let's go to John 3:16. If you go to Matthew chapter 1, the Bible says Christ died for the sins of his people because we was under the curse. The nations wasn't under the curse. So how you die for them if they're not under the curse? Now, can they believe? Yes, they can. But did he die for their sin? They wasn't under the curse. We was under the curse. The Bible says curse is every man that hanging on the tree. Show me a white man hanging on the tree. Show me a Mexican man hanging on the tree. Show me an Arab man hanging on the tree. Show me a Japanese and Chinese man, North Korea man. Show me show me these people hanging on the tree. We was under the curse, man. We was hung on trees because it's a curse. Curse is everyone that hanging on the tree. That's why he had to die for our sins to get us from under the curse. The other nations wasn't under no curse. Now watch this though. Let's go to John 3:16. I got a good question I want to ask. Because this is what a lot of Christians and everybody like to use. See, this is what the nations are doing, family, and I want y'all to really peep game. Christianity, this is what they doing. The Israelites in the Bible, you ain't no better than nobody. Because when you get to the New Testament, Christ did away with the Israelites. Now there's neither Jew nor Greek. You know what they don't understand? Christ said he gonna gather you and get you fame and a name and make all nations bow down before you. But I thought y'all was the same. You're going to be above the nations, and so much so they can't even boast against the natural branch. But I thought we all the same. I thought there's neither Jew nor Greek, so why you can't boast against the natural branch then? Why he didn't just move the branch and just say there's neither Jew nor Greek? Why did he say that he's going to make a covenant with his people? He's going to place us back in our own land, and the strangers going to build up our kingdom. I thought we was the same. Why I won't build it up with you? Then we build up your kingdom, you're going to build up our kingdom. And you're going to be servants and handmaids. I won't be a servant and handmaid to you. You're going to be a servant and handmaid to us. I thought we was the same. Let's go to John 3. But I'm not going to read verse 16. I'm going to go up. See, they don't never read up. They just want to read 16. They cherry pick. We're going to read up, though. Everybody want to be the same as the Israelites, but you don't want to go through what the Israelites go through. Everybody want the promises that's promised to the Israelites, but you want to get it by fraud. You think you can boast against us and exert authority over us. You have been woefully misinformed. You can't teach me nothing. My brother and sister can teach me. You are the student. We are the teachers. You don't teach us. We teach you. The oracles wasn't given to you. It was given to us. I know it hurt. That's why a lot of y'all get mad. You perpetrate like you're really trying to serve the Lord, but then it's something in y'all spirit that won't allow y'all to submit. Because in your mind, man, these some niggas. I'm not used to listening to them. Well, you either gonna listen or you ain't gonna get the edification. It's on you. It's not on us. We got the knowledge. We got that knowledge. You trying to get it. We not trying to get it. We got it. Because the ark was given to us. So we got it. You trying to get it. John 3:16. Watch this, y'all. I'm going to read up. I'm not going to cherry pick like they be doing. John 3:16 and verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Now, time out. Whoa. Okay, Judah, you just been corrected. He said whosoever, brother. So you got to stop that, K. Judah, because now you finna be lying on the scripture. Really? Okay, let me keep going. Verse 15 again. That now remember what I read in verse 14, that Moses lifted up the serpent. And who was in the wilderness when he lifted that serpent up, y'all? Wasn't it the children of Israel? Now watch this, though. No, they can't never answer this question I'm about to ask. Verse 15. That whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Ooh, woo. Boy, y'all Christians, you got me on that one, boy. Let's go to John 17. They can't answer this right here. John 17 and verse 9. John 17 and verse 9, family. Watch this. John 17 and verse 9. And it reads, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Man, hold on. I'm confused. Why are you going to die for the world, but you ain't going to pray for the world? I thought you died for the world. Why you want to pray for what you died for? You going to die for the world, but you want to pray for it to the Father? I thought you died for everybody. I thought you died for the world, but you say you won't pray for the world. I'm confused. Hold on, let me ask that again. You died for the world, but you're not going to pray for the world? I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Well, who was given to Christ? Who did Christ come for? Christ said, I come to the lost sheep. He said, I am not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why did Christ have to die? Who was under the curse? Who was under the curse of the law? All nations wasn't under the curse, man. Christ died for a people. Now, can the other nations believe in our Elohim? Can our Elohim accept them? If they sincere like we are and follow the ways of the Israelites, according to the scriptures of our Elohim and Yahshua HaMashiach, one law for all. But can you exert authority over me? Man, you've been woefully misinformed. So you mean to tell me you're going to exert authority over me in your kingdom and mine? Man, you better go sit down somewhere. You better go sit down somewhere. Y'all don't run nothing when it comes to the Bible. Now, you might make laws and run what's going on right now. But when it comes to this book, you don't run nothing. You don't run nothing. You are not a teacher. You are a student. So he won't even pray for the world, y'all. Verse 9 again, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And all mine are thine. And thine are mine. And I am glorified in them. Oh, who is the them he was glorified in? Did he not say I was always going where the Jews resorted at? I always taught in the synagogues where the Jews was, right? So he was glorified in front of his disciples because they believed in him. Verse 11, and now am I no more in the world, but these are in the world. Who is he telling the Father they are in the world? Talking about the disciples, man. I thought y'all just told me he died for the world. Well, K. Judah is only one world. Really? Let's go to Hebrews chapter 1. I told y'all got to get you some understanding, man. Get some knowledge now. When you come before people like us, the Israelites, me, Shorsham, Elder Yahshua, Elder Barawak, We're not saying that the nations can't hearken to the Most High. We're not saying that the nations can't believe. What we saying is that you have been woefully misinformed with John 3:16. Why, K. Judah? Hebrews chapter 1. Let's see how many worlds Yahshua made. Because you got the animal world. You got the Arab world. You got the Chinese world. We don't know nothing about that world. We don't know nothing about the Arab world. You got the basketball world. You got the track and field world. Many worlds, man. You got the animal world. Man, K. Judah, is only one world, man. You just making up stuff. Really. Okay, let me see if this world got an S on it. Since you say it's only one world. Okay, we about to find out right now. Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 1. Elohim, who have sundry times and diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, with an S. Thought you told me it was only one world. Christ says many worlds. I thought you just told me it was only one world. Oh, I thought you just told me it's one world. So in John 3:16, when Christ say, for Christ so loved the world, watch this right here. Because I don't want to cherry pick, so I'm going to just let the precept speak. Isaiah 45. Now, y'all heard what he just said, right? I didn't make it up. He said Christ created the worlds, right? But in John 3:16, they tell you that Christ died for the whole world, meaning this world right here, right? But then he said, I won't pray for the world. He said, I pray not for the world, but you just told me he died for the world. Which one is it? He died for the world, but he won't pray for y'all. He said, I pray for them who you have given me. Who was given to Christ? The Israelites. Where do Christ come from? The Israelites. Who was Christ sent to? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. Even when other nations were trying, he said, man, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But according to their fate, he healed them. He said, according to your fate, they was healed. But he was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But see, they don't want to tell you that. You know why? Because they're trying to push Israel out the way, and they're trying to make you believe that Christ accepted Christians over the Israelites. You have been woefully misinformed. I can't find it in the scriptures that he coming back for Christians. I don't see that nowhere. He said, I'm coming back to gather Israel. But you won't tell the world who is Israel. But I'm about to tell you who the world of Israel is. Isaiah 45, verse 17. Let's see if Israel a world, like a world without end. Because you remember, it's different worlds. Israel is his own world within himself. Because we different than everybody. We're not the same as everybody. But they want to make us the same as everybody because of jealousy and envy. Isaiah 45 and verse 17. Isaiah 45 and verse 17. And let's see if Israel is a world without end. Since everybody keep talking about, no, he only died. He died for this world. You Israelites y'all just want y'all to be saved. Well, I mean, according to you, you just want you to be saved in your kingdom, right? You cast everybody else to the side. You treat everybody else like garbage. You think you're the only one supposed to receive all the benefits of your kingdom. So I'm really being honest with you. It's the most highest program. I can't get in the way of it, but I feel some type of way sometimes about how y'all get to come in, enjoy our kingdom, but we can't enjoy y'all's. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather be honest with the family. Why they get to enjoy our kingdom? We don't get to enjoy theirs. They get to enjoy their kingdom and get to come. No, partner, you're going to be a servant and handmaid. Didn't we serve you? Well, get ready to serve. That's what I don't understand about people. They don't mind us being at the bottom of them. They don't mind us serving them. But boy, when that shoe be on the other foot, now they want mercy. Now they crying and everything. No, partner, we've been crying for over 400 years. You showed us no mercy. So now you want to cry now. I pray for y'all downfall. I'm just keeping it real. I pray for the gathering of my people and that all nations be brought down to their knees. You laughed and mocked us. When we was hanging on them trees, you were laughing with your kids. I mean, y'all was letting school out early to watch a Negro get lynched. And you burnt the body, ate the body, castrated the body, fed babies to alligators, did all type of wicked things. And you gonna come now and say, I'm sorry. Man, I don't think sorry can do it. Just like we told the Most High, we was sorry. He said, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing y'all talking about. Go to captivity, get your mind right, then I'm going to gather you. So now, since y'all done did 400 years of wickedness, you think a sorry going to bypass all that wickedness y'all done done. Now y'all trying to cry tears and think, man, I'm telling y'all, family, the same way they didn't mind us falling and being castrated and at the bottom, I pray the same thing so their arrogance can be brought down to their knee. These are arrogant people, man. Y'all have no idea how arrogant Gentiles are, man. I'm talking about the nations. They are arrogant. They boastful. They mock people. They laugh, man. Since we've been at the bottom for over 400 years, all these people have done is mock the children of Israel and laugh us to scorn, family. This is Isaiah 45, verse 17. Israel is a world, man. And it reads, but Israel shall be saved. It ain't even happened yet. This is all over in Isaiah 45. You talking about Israel going to be saved. And Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. World without end. We are a world without end. We a world, man. What are you talking about? It's only one world. We a world. I don't know nothing about the Russian world. That's his world. That's the Russians' world. I don't know nothing about that world. I don't know the language. I don't know the culture. I know some history on it according to the Bible, but I don't know, that's their world. I don't know nothing about the soccer world. I don't play soccer. That's their world. I don't know nothing about the Arab world. That's the Arab world. I don't speak the language of Arabs. I don't know what they believe. Well, I do know what they believe, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not in tune with their world. I'm in tune with our world. Y'all see that? I'm fascinated on our world, not somebody else's world. So y'all see that, family? I just had to show that. Okay, I got you, Mac, man. Hey, if y'all got any scriptures, y'all want me to read, just let me know. Okay, Mac Main put Romans chapter 11, verse 26. Oh, I already know where my brother going. Let's get it. Hey, Mac Main, elder. They don't like them, elder. What you got, Tim? You got some scriptures for me? Yeah, because this thing moving kind of fast. Let me see. I'm just going up. Yeah, Tim. What about the world of Israel? Yeah, that's at Isaiah 45, 17, Tim. Yep. That Isaiah 45 and 17, my brother. Absolutely. Okay, my sister Central Growth, I got you. The world is in verse 14. Okay, let me go back right quick. Hold up. Yeah, because I just read 17 when it said the world. So let me go back. Hold up. And then I got you, Mac, man. Tim, you talking about Isaiah 45, 14? Oh, no. That was verse 17. Okay, I'm going to wait till my brother put it in there. Okay, let me see. I was stuck on that. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Romans chapter 11, verse 26. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this, y'all. And the Tim be having me laughing, boy. Hey, the scripture that Elder McMahon just had me pull, that goes with what I just read, that Israel shall be saved, right? Now we going all the way to the New Testament. Watch what the Bible about to say. Nobody else was included in this because I'm trying to show y'all. Y'all are Elohim's first choice. But what the Christian church trying to do is make y'all the same people, meaning the same playing field. But y'all say, no, my people are above all people. I'm coming to gather that which was lost. I'm coming to gather Israel. I'm going to put them back in their own land. I'm going to set them back up as the kingdom of priests. I'm going to bless them. I'm going to get them fame and a name that all nations may know that I am in the midst of Israel. See what I'm saying? But they got a problem with that, y'all. Y'all got a peep game. Christians got a problem with the fact that you are the chosen people of Yah. They do not like it. That's why they always use, there's neither Jew nor Greek. They always use that. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. You better go do some research. When the Bible said there's neither Jew nor Greek, what captivity came before the Roman Empire? Wasn't it the Greeks? And didn't the Apocrypha say they could not confess themselves to be Jews? They had to call themselves Greek names. I mean, y'all better go do some research. A lot of them Israelites were calling themselves them Greek names. You really believe that Timothy was a Greek and got a book named after him? You really believe Ruth was a Moabite and she got a book named after her? I thought this was an Israelite book by Israelites, written by Israelites. That's what y'all told me. So now you're going to tell me he made an exception to put a heathen, Ruth, and give her a book named after her, and Timothy, and he gave him a book to her. So that means the Bible not just for Israel, then the Bible for everybody. If you telling me these heathens got books named after them, I mean, y'all got to use common sense. And Timothy's daddy was a Greek. So why Timothy got a book named after him? That should let you know his daddy must come out of that Greek empire before the Roman Empire. He said his father was a Greek, but his mother was an Israelite. So I guess he was a real Greek, right? So how he got a book named after him then? That's what I'm asking. How was he teaching with Paul? Because y'all told me the only people that can teach was Israelites. That's what y'all told me. But it don't seem like that to me. Ruth, her people can teach. She got a book named after her. And Timothy, his people can teach. He's a heathen. So that means heathens can teach. Y'all got to make it make sense, man. Please make it make sense to me. These were not heathens. That's common sense should let you know that these people was Israelites if they got books named after them. So you mean to tell me from Genesis, all the Revelations, nothing but Israelites besides Ruth and Timothy? Make it make sense, man. Please. Please make it make sense to me. Ruth was an Israelite. Timothy was not a heathen. He wasn't a heathen. I'm sorry. No heathen got a book named after them. Show me. Show me. This woman really got a whole book named after her and she's a heathen. Y'all got to stop. Stop. Just stop, man. Let me go to my brother's scripture, Mac Main. Romans chapter 11 and verse 26. This is the precept to Isaiah 45 and verse 17. And here we go. Romans chapter 11 and verse 26. And it reads, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, that shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. No, everybody. And shall turn ungodliness away from Jacob. Now, everybody. Y'all see what I mean? Do y'all see what I mean? Israelites was under the curse. Israelites needed to be freed from the curse. The curse of what? The curse of the law. What law? The law of animal sacrifice. No other nation was under the law of animal sacrifice. No other nation he made a covenant with. So how all of a sudden you going to push us out the way and take hold of everything that belonged to us, push us out the way, and then I say it belonged to you? You have been woefully misinformed again. So all Israel going to be saved. Verse 27. For this is my covenant unto them. Whoa, hold up. When I shall take away their sins. Come on, people. This is my covenant with them. Who is the them? Israel. But you just told me we all the same. Y'all got to knock it off, man. We not all the same. My brother Yohanan, Galatians chapter 4. Let's get it. And then I got your essential growth. I'm going to go back up to wisdom. She got one for wisdom. Then I'm going to get up out of here. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4. Let's get it. Let's get it, family. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4, and it reads, but when the fullness of the time was come, Elohim sent forth his son made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. We had to be adopted back into the fold. Why? Because Yahshua made the atonement. Animals couldn't do it. So no other nation was under the law of animal sacrifice and the covenant. We was under the curse of that law. We had to be freed from that law. That's why he called it that he freed us from death, because we was under a death sentence until Yahshua died. Nobody else was under that law. So let me ask you nation something. You want us all to be the same, but we don't all get punished the same. Or let me say that again. You want to be the same with us, but you don't get punished like us. So, Father, if I'm wrong, that according to your blessings and according to what you have established for Israel, shouldn't we want all of our blessings and inheritance? Because we have been through a lot, Father, and I know we done wrong and we was punished for that wrong. So how do these people just get to come in, ain't went through nothing, and just take hold of everything that belongs to us? That doesn't make any sense. What have you been through for something so precious that we get to receive at the end of this after having drunk of his cup double? You think you get to receive that and you ain't been through nothing but prosperity and blessings? Living deliciously in your kingdom? And you want everything that belongs to us. I told y'all they greedy dogs. They greedy dogs. They don't want us to have nothing, y'all. The only time nations are pleased with us is when we at the bottom of them. That's when they're small, which you start rising up and watch the frowns on their face. They don't like that. They don't like that rising up. They got a problem when you rise up. They don't like that. You irritate them when you rise up. You irritate them when you show your gifts and talents. You irritate them. Oh, yeah, they don't like that, family. You irritate them. So let me go see what my sister got. Okay, my sister Olga got Luke chapter 4 and 18. And then let me go back to yeah, Tim. They ain't never showed us no mercy, bro. I'm talking about, dog. They didn't even say, you know what, man, leave these people alone. They didn't been through enough, give them some breathing room. They never showed us no mercy, no ounce of mercy. They actually enjoy doing the things to us that they do, Tim. They enjoy it, brother. They like it. Can you imagine that? Like, all you want to do is just evil to a people. You don't even sleep on it and say, man, we got to stop this, man. Like, we going too far. They like it, bro. They like it, Tim. They like what they do. Luke chapter 4 and 18. My sister Arca said, and recovering of the sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. Who was bruised, family? Make it make sense. We was bruised. Okay, let me go get essential growth. Then I got to get up out of here. Shalom to your oncoming woman. I see you in the building. Okay, my sister essential growth got Wisdom of Solomon 18:24. Let me get that. I keep my pocket phone deck. I keep everything on deck. Okay, we're going to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 24. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 24. And it reads, for in the long garment was the whole world. For in the long garment was the whole world, and in the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven, and thy majesty upon the diadem of his head. Y'all heard that? For in the long garment was the whole world, and in the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven. What glory of the Father? Who is the fathers that was graven? The Israelites, y'all. So for in the long garment was the whole world. He's talking about his people, y'all. Thank you for that essential growth. For in the priestly robes which he wore was the whole world. And in the 4 rows of the stones, and y'all know what stones that was. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. The glory of the Father was graven, and thy majesty was written up on the diadem of his head. That's the crown, the mitre that he wore. Talking about the priest. Y'all see that? Israel been a world, family. Way before Yahshua came in the flesh and blood body. We been a world. Don't you know the church started in the wilderness? He called us the church in the wilderness. But they going to tell you now the Christian church is his bride. And he's sitting up here telling you I'm married to Israel. And they going to cast Israel to the side and say, now we his wife. The Christian church is his wife. He done away with Israel. But you won't find one scripture this man done away with Israel. So we got a right to defend our scriptures. We got a right to defend our inheritance. We got a right to fight for what belongs to us. And I'm keeping it real with you, Israel. You got a right to be selfish with your inheritance. I'm talking about your nationality, the promises made to you, the glory, the giving of the law, the service, the kingdom. I'm not talking about that other people can't serve. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about giving your stuff away. That's what I'm talking about. Don't give your stuff away. Yahshua said my house should be called a house of prayer for all people. So I don't get in the way of that, but you can't have my nationality. You can't have my inheritance, man. Just serve the Lord and be happy he allowed you to do that. Y'all want too much, man. Y'all greedy. Y'all want everything. Jesus. Y'all don't want us to have nothing. All right, family. I love y'all with a pure heart, man. I really do. That's what I'm saying, man. We got to keep it real. A lot of us can't wait for the get back. That's what I'm saying, Elder Mac, man. We ain't giving up nothing, man. See, that's the problem, y'all. We got to be selfish, family. Let's be real. Be selfish. Everybody else selfish. Okay, before I go, let me say this. I want you to name one nation right now that's not selfish when it comes to their people, and outside of that people, show me where the Arab go out his way to help the Chinese man, and show me where the Chinese man go out his way to help the Arabs, and show me where the Russians go out their way to help the Ukrainians, and show me how the Ukrainians go out their way to help the people in Europe. Man, everybody worry about their own people, y'all. They selfish. The Jewish people, they most certainly selfish. That dollar passed by 13, 15, 16 times before it leave them. They selfish. And they're a bunch of frauds. They ain't the real people anyway. A bunch of frauds. But everybody praise them. They selfish too. And they cheap and selfish. They don't want nobody to have nothing. Why we can't be like that? Why are we scared to be the villains when it come to our inheritance? I'm not sharing nothing with nobody but my brothers and sisters. And if the Lord accepts somebody of another nation and he accept you for you to worship and praise him, and you truly faithful in trying to learn about the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's between you and our Elohim. You not taking our inheritance. I'm not sharing it with you. Now, once we go back home, the nation's the Bible say that those who serve us, they're going to have inheritance among whatever tribe they dwell in it. That's in the book of Ezekiel. They're going to be able to dwell whatever tribe they dwelling with. They're going to have an inheritance because they're going to be servants and handmaids. But guess what, though? I'm not giving my inheritance to none of y'all selfish nation. Y'all are selfish, man. And I don't even blame you because I'm going to be selfish too. We got to stop giving everything away, family. Yes, we did wrong. Yes, we've been hard-headed. But guess what? He still loves you, and he's still going to give you your inheritance. Why you want to give it away? Haven't we gave it away enough? Mexicans then took hold of our inheritance. Hispanics then took hold of our inheritance. Native Americans then took hold of our inheritance. Now you got these Negroes on the street corner talking about the Italians are Israelites. They just giving everything away, y'all. We can't have nothing. Nothing. I'm selfish when it come to y'all, Israel. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm so selfish that I don't want nobody bothering y'all. I don't care how many times I get into it with my brother. You better not touch my brother, though. Me and my brother can be bumping heads. We can be talking. The minute you touch my brother, all that go out the window. That's how I was raised, and that's what I'm going to stick to. I would never stand by because me and my brother bump heads, and I'm going to let you put your hands on him. It's about to go down, partner. I don't care if I disagree with my brothers on their doctrine. Who care about that? You touch my brother, it's going down, partner. You can't touch none of them. I can get into it with my brother. You better not touch him. Because we're going to bump heads sometime. It's just what it is. We're a family. Family bump heads sometime. You better not touch none of my brothers. None of them. And you most certainly better not touch none of my sisters. Not at my presence. That's how we need to be with each other. I don't care how many times we get into it. You don't never turn your back on your brother and your sister because you mad at them. When it's time to get down, you get down with your brother. Then y'all talk about that later when y'all get home. Bump heads when y'all get home. Hey, man, but like I was saying, though, after y'all handle business, you're going to leave your brother out there to dry because you mad at him. You got to be out your mind. I don't care how many times I bump heads with my brother. I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off. Nobody else better not touch you. We're going to make a new standard in the earth. In my presence, I don't care. I'm riding with my brother no matter what. No matter what. Y'all do it. Your people can be wrong. You will still fight with your people. That's what I'm going to do. I'll tell my brother about it later, but we're going to knock you up, though. I bet you look like a raccoon when we get through with you. That's just the way I was raised, family. You don't never turn your back on your sisters. You don't turn your back on your brothers. My mama told me straight up, don't you ever come home and something happened to your sisters or now, partner, you ain't touching nothing that's in my family. Or it's going to be a long day for you. Long day. I wish my sister and them was standing right by me. They can bear witness to it too. I stayed in the courtroom. You don't touch none of my family. So I'm telling the nations this. The same thing that y'all do, we gonna do. Y'all ride for each other, whether it's wrong, whether it's right. You don't care about none of that. All y'all care about, you gonna look out for your own. So we gonna look out for our own. You may see us bumping heads. You touch my brother, I guarantee you that conversation gonna stop right then and there, and we gonna come straight for you like a lion in the forest. Y'all gonna learn to keep your hands off our people, man. Because they just showed you that in Cincinnati. Our people came together and ran y'all up out of there. So y'all think it's a game. You know, you're doing stuff to us intentionally and think like we ain't sticking together. This a new time, bro. I'm so proud of Israel. All we doing is sticking together now. Put your hands on one. We all coming. We coming. Then the Most High tell you we're going to be like a young lion in the forest among the Gentiles. If we run through the street, we will rip you in pieces and none can deliver. Don't play with us, man. Don't play with us. You know we'll rip you in the shreds. You know that. That's why y'all go practice karate, MMA. We just naturally know how to do it. You got to go practice. You trying to lift weights to get all big, try to scare somebody. Man, I'll still lay you flat. Muscles don't mean nothing. I'm like David. It's the heart. It's my faith. Trying to use muscles. And y'all think I'm lying before I get up out of here. I tell y'all no lie. I was at a basketball game. I'm going to just tell you a quick little testimony. I was with my brother-in-law. We was on the basketball court. Wife sitting in the bleachers. My baby up there with her. Somebody tried to choke my brother-in-law from behind. What he do that for? The dude was way bigger than me and everything. Boy, I grabbed that boy and threw that boy on the ground. I'm talking about, man, threw him on the ground, y'all. Way bigger than me. Stood up. I said, hey, don't let this size fool you. What you want to do? Man, we got outside. That boy said, man, you crazy. That boy said, this little nigga crazy. Because the size don't matter, family. And he knew I wasn't afraid. I didn't care how big he was. You don't touch my brother, dog. That's how we gotta be. You gotta ride, man. You gotta ride with your people. You don't supposed to take off running and go run in the car and then battling people. You in the car, you scared. Now we gonna get you when we get home. We gonna knot you up. You don't leave your people. So if I'm with you, can't nobody put their hands on you. I'm riding with you, man. We riding together. So that's it, family. That's all I got. And that's a true story, too. I know my wife wouldn't come in here and tell y'all, but it's a true story. The dude was way bigger than me. That boy tried to choke my brother-in-law. I grabbed that boy. I said, man, get your hands off my brother-in-law. Man, that boy stood up. I said, what's up? The boy just looked at me. I said, don't let this size fool you, homie. The boy just walked off. We got outside. We shook hands like men. That boy said, man, you crazy, bro. I'm not crazy. Don't put your hands on my brother-in-law. That's what I told him. I say, bro, you choked my brother-in-law. I just reacted. So I got to be. And that's the type of people you want around you. Riders. People that's going to ride with you, not run. Where I come from, we don't do no running. Oh, yeah, we don't do no running. We're going to have you running though across some train track. I told y'all a ride broke out one day in my middle school on the east side. I lived in 7th Ward. And a ride broke out between us and Mexicans. And we were standing in the bleachers. Boy, you should have seen them boys falling off them bleachers, boy. I mean, we was knotting them up, boy. Uppercuts and jabs. I'm talking about them boys' head was hitting them bleachers and everything. It was a ride, y'all. I mean, it was a big ride. Blacks against Mexicans. That's how I know we ain't the same people, too, man. We ain't never get along with no Mexicans. Now, some people may get along with Mexicans. Don't get me wrong, but we had a ride with Mexicans. And all the blacks, all my brothers, we stood together on the bleachers. Boy, them boys trying to run up on them bleachers. Blop, 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 uppercut, jab, pop, pop, jab. It was beautiful to behold, boy. My Negroes, we got it in. And we laughed about it later. Say, I love y'all, family. That's it. That's all I got. I love y'all with the pure heart. Can't tell too many stories because y'all think a nigga crazy. But I love y'all with the pure heart. I bid y'all speed. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. But I'm saying that with a sincere heart. We got to learn how to, even if we get into it with each other, you don't turn your back on each other. When something about to go down, you supposed to get down with your people. You don't supposed to run and leave your people because they going to get you. I'm telling you, bro, I didn't seen it with my own eyes. Somebody take out running, they get him when they get home. Bro, you just going to run and leave us, dog? So that they're going to knock him up. I bet you won't run no more. You don't run and leave your people, bro. You don't do that because you a coward. Only cowards do that. If y'all together, you got to ride together. You got to stand together. You don't leave your people, bro. If you know you scary, you shouldn't be going nowhere with nobody. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, bro. Man, I got so many stories. It's crazy, boy. But I can't tell all them stories. Y'all gonna know too much. I can't tell y'all too much, boy. I can't tell y'all that stuff I was doing. Y'all gonna think I'm a menace to society. All right, family. Nobody got no more questions, man. Thank you, Mac, man, for putting the scriptures in there, Elder. I sure appreciate it. Tim, big salute, my brother. Yacoba, Oracle, Positive, Naja, TXB for you. Kama, Terry Boyd, Kama Nivis. Shalom to you. Oracle 007, my beloved sister. Eve, the Fruit of Lies. Amina Coleman, Monster Moshe, Yohanan, August Dreams, Nama Real, Abicey, my CUC family. Love y'all with the pure. And all the other brothers and sisters, if I miss you, I apologize. Sharsham, my beloved brother Sharsham, Mr. Ali, Uncommon Woman. Yeah, can't forget Sham. Already. All right, family, that's it for me, man. I'm out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hold on, who is this? Make sure I got everybody. Oh, my brother Yavin. Big salute, Heart Trial by Fire. My brother Yavin. Big salute to you, brother. My brother, hey, check out my brother Yavin's channel too, man. Adrian Allen, big salute to you. Adrian Allen, big salute to you. Hey, check out my brother Heart Trial by Fire. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, A Heart Tried by Fire. That boy do excellent work, man. Excellent work. Excellent work, family. Hey, make sure y'all check out. Positive. You might as well get ready. I'm about to buy me some more beard oil. I want a candle. Some more stuff for my face. Soap. Be looking out for my order. It's coming. It's coming Thursday. I'm finna order me some things. Y'all check out my sister Positive Reinforcement. Check out her store. For the brothers, beard oil, face cream, man, whatever you want, bro. It smells delicious too. Y'all don't know what y'all missing out on. I've been using my beard oil, my beard growing a little bit on the side of my face, starting to look all fly and jiffy, you know, looking all you know, looking clean, smelling good, looking good, you know, a little beard growing, you know. Yeah, Positive. I'm about to order me some stuff though. Yeah, but y'all check out Positive store, top to bottom. Top to bottom. Check out. You won't be disappointed. All right, family, I'm out. Love y'all with a prayer heart. Big salute to the family. Yeah.
And it happened. Alexander the Greek took the earth like a captain. Killed the king of Persia, caught him slipping like he napping. The whole earth quiet before this man, he had power. Winning all them wars, lift his heart up like a tower. Then he got sick, called his men, split the kingdom. Crowns upon their head, but they multiplied evil. Wicked Israelites made a covenant with heathens. They doing the same thing right now, I can't believe them. Gentiles had them scared, Antiochus took Egypt. Next stop Jerusalem, he about to test the people. They took the showbread, golden altar, and menorah. All of this keep happening, cause we keep breaking Torah. Antiochus went back to his lane with to celebrate. 2 years later, he put fire to them heaven gates. Burned Jerusalem down, took out women, and he made them slaves. Letter from the king, everybody one people. So if you follow laws that ain't the king's, you better leave them. But if we leave our laws, then our God gon' leave us. Many Israelites went to Father when they heeded. Sacrificing swine on the altar, stopping us from doing the burnt and the drink offering. Profaning the Sabbath, knowing that it's gonna cost us. If we don't do these laws, it gon' cost us. But the spirit of Maccabees, if you wanna keep these laws and commandments, follow me. It's the spirit of Maccabees. If you wanna keep these laws and commandments, follow me. Gay, hey, ain't no time for compromise. Need to show thyself a man. The heat is doing the same tricks, they about to do it all again. We going to war on Shabbat, tell the heat is we ain't playing. If you serious about them laws, out together we can stand. Don't be scared of the multitude, he go intervene. It ain't about the numbers, about power from Shemaim. Allah, Allah, Bahadam, Allah with the Malakim. Power in the blood, power with the mighty king. Back to the story, they want war after war. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. Ash upon their heads and they even ripped their gum. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. So they dedicated the sanctuary, built new altars. It might not be perfect, but we still keeping our culture. Go get that menorah, put them lights up in that temple. About to give them praise for everything we done been through. The feast of dedication.
Israel rising up, family. In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family, my FOPE family. And big salute to my elders at Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. And big salute to all y'all in the chat, my beloved Israelite family, the mighty nation of Israel. The greatest nation that Yah ever made, family. Let that soak in your mind. The greatest nation that Yah ever made. The only people that he know. The only people ever heard this man's voice. The only people ever seen his glory. The only people only received the laws, the statutes, the judgments, the charge, the commandments. Only you, Israel, can say you have seen the glory of your Elohim, your ancestors. Kings came from you. Great women came from you. Great men came from you. No other people, man, has your history, because your history is rich. Let's get it. Man, and I can't forget my sister Maria. My sister Maria Simmons, man, shalom to you, my sister. And thank you for your support. And your brother K. Judah. Want to say, shalom. I got you, Oracle. Central Bowl and Energy Body Butter. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I got you, though.